see Mr. Cyril Nketia. Please, let's give it to him. I'm saying he's a senior because he joined politics before I came in. And so some of us also learned while we were in school from how he was in parliament and the debates that he undertook while in parliament. Thank you very much, Mr. Cyril Nketia. It is an immense privilege and a profound honor to stand before you today at the 4th edition of the UNEC Tech Fair 2025. My gratitude goes to the organizers of this invaluable invitation and allow me to share insights on the topic that lies at the very heart of our nation's progress and future prosperity. As a profound alumnus of the Ghana School of Law, and having served our beloved nation as a former Deputy Attorney General and Deputy Minister for Justice, my career has been dedicated to upholding the rule of law and fostering an environment where justice prevails. Yet, my journey from my early days at Brobu Senior High School, and I must emphasize, where I learned without the use of electricity, to my days at Senior High, where I learned with electricity, then to my days at the Ghana School of Law, where I graduated in accounting and law, then further to my 2 master's degrees that I have. What I have realized is that law does not operate in a vacuum. It must evolve, adapt, and serve as a bedrock for societal advancement, especially in the face of transformative forces like technology. The theme for this year's UNEC Tech Fair, Innovate and Elevate, empowering the youth to pioneer digitalization, the role of stakeholders, is not merely a catchy slogan. It is a clarion call to adopt a strategy to make sure that Ghana's future is properly enhanced. It speaks to the boundless potential of our youth and the collective responsibility we all share in harnessing the digital revolution. My address today, building digital trust, empowering Ghanaian youth, data collection, the role of legal framework that we have in this country is very apt. And in this speech, I will draw your attention to certain fundamentals when it comes to law and data protection. This theme is linked to the overarching theme, and indeed, I say without any hesitation that this program is quite innovative. In Ghana, as we all know, our digital drive has moved from mobile money to e-governance, from online education to burgeoning tech startups, digital solutions, which are also shaping every facet of our lives. At the forefront of this revolution are you, the youth. Your innate adaptability, your digital fluency, your innovative spirit are the engines that will drive Ghana's digitalization agenda. You are not just users, you are the pioneers, the creators, and the beneficiaries of this digital frontier. Central to this digital revolution is data. And I mention data because as we came here, a lot of us have registered. And the information that we've gathered from you is the data. What are you going to use this data for? You take it for granted. You think that you've given you a name, you've given a mobile number, you've given your address. Please, it is not all that simple. So that's the reason why this program is so important to you. Every click, every transaction, every interaction in the digital space generates data. When harnessed responsibly, the data can unlock incredible potential for national development, from improving public services and healthcare to fostering a vibrant digital economy and creating jobs for our teeming youth. However, the immense potential of data comes with an equally immense responsibility, the responsibility of trust. For our youth to contribute to data preservation, to innovate freely, and to participate fully in data economy, they must operate within an ecosystem where they feel secure and confident. Indeed, Mr. Chairman, in a report issued by the UN Special Rapporteur on the promotion and protection of right to information in 2011 stated as follows: the protection of personal data represents a special form of respect for the right to privacy. The report continues. I quote, "The necessity of adopting clear laws to protect personal data is further increased in the current information age, where large volumes of data are collected and stored by intermediaries, and there is a worrying trend of states obliging or pressuring these private sectors to hand over information to their users." Quotation close. What they are saying is that you give your data to state agencies. How are they protecting this data? And it's important that the UN say that this data is protected. So this brings us to the concept of digital trust. What is digital trust? It's the confidence that individuals and organizations have in the security, privacy, and integrity of digital system and the data they handle. My brothers and sisters, the youth, the question I pose is how your data is handled. And before I proceed, I just want to mention one thing. Your data is so key that if it is not protected, you can be abused. Your data is so important that with the advent of AI, if care is not taken, you can be imitated and you can be arrested for offense that you've not committed. So protection of our data is so key, and we need to be mindful of this fact. However, this data that we have has enormous challenges. As a former Deputy Attorney General, I can attest the robust, clear, and enforceable legal framework that Ghana has. I'm saying that Ghana has a very clear and strong legal framework to protect our data. And I'm going to mention some of these laws. The first I want to mention is about our Constitution. Article 8 of our Constitution gives an inclination on privacy to your data. And so the Constitution is the first legal framework we will have to look at. The second legal framework has to do with the Data Protection Act. This act is meant to make sure that nobody can use your data without your consent. Nobody can process your data without your consent. And the way and manner in which your data is also stored is something that the law talks about. Then we also have the Electronic Transactions Act. This law also protects data of the citizens. We also have the Cyber Security Act. This act also protects data of our citizens. It must also be noted that Ghana is a state party to a number of international instruments. We can talk about the Malabo Convention, which is an African instrument. Ghana is a state party. We can talk about the ICCPR, which is also a state, which is also an international instrument that Ghana has signed on to. We can also talk about the Universal Declaration on Human Rights. All these instruments talk about data protection. So the question that I ask is, who is responsible for data protection? This responsibility is not mine alone, it's not yours alone, but all of us. To ensure that there are clear rules on data protection, there is the need for the government, private sector, institutions like UNED to all team together to fashion out strategies to ensure that we have good data protection in this country. On this comes Mr. Vice Chancellor, I'm making a suggestion that when it comes to the study of computer engineering, computer science, or any IT related course, it's my humble view that you must have a course or a subject with the name Online Privacy and Data Protection Law. This course will teach students on how you can have your privacy intact. We also teach students the law relating to data protection. I also suggest that the private sector must come on board to support government to pass the various laws to protect our data system in the country. CSOs are also invited to join in this crusade. And more importantly, the youth. As I said, any information that you give out, please make sure that that information is securely protected. Otherwise, you can be abused. Most of us decide to give out information without knowing the people who have taken our information. Please, let's take note. And let's also have in mind that if you want to innovate, if you want to be part of the digital revolution, you must be abreast with ICT. That's the only tool that you can use in reshaping the destiny that you have taken upon yourself, and also as a people, and also as a nation. On this note, may I take the opportunity to thank the organizers and also wish this program a resounding success. And as we move to a part 2, where I will take the chair, we will discuss the issues that I've raised. Thank you very much, and God bless us.